another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference. How is everyone doing tonight? You know how I like to start it off? I got to start it off right with checking to see if I am buffering because I absolutely positively dislike buffering. So I need to go and check that. How is everybody doing? I hope you had a good day. Um, I like to start off with how my day was too. Okay, guys. Well, I'm just eating. I was trying to get as many potato chips in as possible. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, but anyway, I'd like to say welcome to everyone in the chat. Welcome. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Hello World. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share, and please turn on your notification bells. And if you wouldn't mind just giving me the thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. Yes. So yes, how was everyone's day? My day it was good. It was long, but it was good. I'm drinking my lime water. I feel like there's more rind than lime in it. But it is what it is. So my day was good. Hey, Lance Shark, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. You're the first one today, in the chat at least. So my day was okay. I woke up and, went to work and I did a lot of thinking while I was at work. I did a lot of thinking because it was very quiet. A lot of people are on vacation. So all right, so I am back again. I think. Yes, I see it here. Sorry about that. That's the first time in my stream where the things that I had no internet. I got Verizon. So, they never stopped working for me. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for the Verizon home people, but Verizon Wireless, we go to blows if you have anything bad to say about them. Yes. But anyway, yes, I went to the gym, did a little this, a little that, and then I came right back. Hey, Eva. That's my little rhyme for tonight. I did a little this, a little that, and then I came right back. What? Love it. So yes, that was my day in a nutshell. How was everybody's day? Land Shark, I saw you all day long, pretty much. Eva, I don't know, not so much, but I'm sure you were around. I was out there trying to hustle, guys, trying to hustle, and in a lot of different people's chats. And when I'm in the other chats, while I'm still trying to hustle, I still like observing and just like talking to people anyway, because it's cool. But that's what my day was about. And I'm thankful because it was quiet at work, so I was able to focus on this. Hopefully my boss doesn't see this and is like, what? And then puts limits on the internet. Anyway, so I hope that you guys had great days, but today I want to talk about being a great leader. I was observing someone the other day and I noticed one thing about them that was really cool, but then it was like a crutch. So I noticed that in their work environment, they never, ever, ever had to account or listen to anyone. No one, they never had to go to someone above them. They never had to answer to a person. It was just like their job was independent. While they're a great leader, they don't know how to follow. So, really, does that make them a good leader? If you don't know how to follow, how can you be a great leader? Because you kind of are disconnected from the idea of knowing what it is to be in everybody's shoe, or at least having an idea. Hey, Tatted Hearts, how are you? Welcome back. I was thinking about you the other day. I was like, I haven't seen Tatted Hearts around, lurking around. Did you start your bank account? I hope you did. Don't tell me you did not start your bank account, or at least you better have been thinking about it. Because if you haven't, then we're gonna have a problem. Okay, no, you're a kid, so we're not gonna have that kind of problem, but we're gonna have a problem. Oh Lord, here you go. But yeah, hey Trooper, how are you? Tatted Heart, you should be listening to this too, because I believe you're a good leader. But do you know how to follow? See, like I never ever wanted to consider myself a leader at all because I know the responsibility that it takes to actually lead. Hey Anna, how are you? If people really understood what it is to lead, right? You're responsible for everything, the stuff that goes wrong, the stuff that goes right, and also the stuff in between. So you might want to get to know how each person may feel when different things happen. If you're always at the top looking down, you'll have no point of reference to be able to like communicate with somebody at a different level. Because all you know is do this, do that. You don't know how to take directions if you've only been a leader and never knew how to follow. If you don't know how to take directions, then how could you be an effective leader? It's more like a dictator, ain't it? So, guys, if you truly want to be a leader, then you need to know what it is like to be last. Because sometimes being last is probably the most humble position that you can play that no one else wants to do. But yet you stand right in that position and you do it well. While a leader, they have to continue to fight for their leadership, or they have to continue to prove that they are capable of handling multiple tasks as a leader. That's right. That's right. Hey, Storage Pirate, how are you? Hi, Renee. Welcome to Hello World. But Tatted, you didn't answer my question. Did you start? Hey, Eat Sleep, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Thank you, Renee. I just see that. Tatted, you didn't tell me whether you opened up your bank account or not. I want to see. Hey, Captain, how are you? How are you doing today? Oh, Captain, I want you to meet Storage Pirate. Storage Pirate Ricardo, I want you to meet Captain because Captain and you have something in common. At one point, you were afraid to go live, but Storage, I want you to encourage Captain to go ahead and go live. Tell him about your experience. That's right, Eva. Let me see what Tatter. I didn't start a bank account yet. Does a piggy bank counts? But guess what? If somebody goes to your house, they can crack that thing open. It's not bearing any interest, and you lose the whole pot. A bank account helps you become more disciplined in how you spend because while the banks really aren't giving us any interest, it doesn't matter. At least you'll know how to walk into an institution and open up a bank account. You'll have that kind of responsibility and know worth. I think it's good either way. And then maybe while you're there, you can ask them to teach you about different accounts. So, yes, knowing and having knowledge about everything and nothing is pretty good. You'll be 10 steps ahead, and you'll be able to communicate with people that might not have thought you were capable of understanding what they're talking about. And let me tell you, when people who have underestimated your ability see how able you are, you become right there. You catapult up. Yes. So, tatted hearts, go ahead and take the leap. Tell your parents, I want a bank. I want a bank account. So I just want to tell you guys, for all of those who have been leaders for so long, I want you to step back a moment and become a follower. Take orders from people. You'll learn a lot. Hmm. You'll learn whether you can tolerate being a follower or someone that needs to be led. And then you'll see your true temperament. And then you'll see how weak you really are if you do not know how to lead. Because only the strong, or then let's say only, but mostly the strong are able to say, you know what? I will humbly accept whatever you would like me to do and do it gracefully and still to the best of your ability. Being a leader ain't no joke. Think about, like Tatted Heart said, your parents. Those are leaders. But at some point, parents know that sometimes they say the wrong things. And it takes a lot of humility to apologize, especially if the kid is right. But you know what? You're showing respect for yourself. Guys, I almost cut my finger. I cut my fingernail off. You see that? I was cutting some zucchini and I was cutting an onion just now. Got a little too close. Took off that whole piece of nail, and no, the nail is not in my onion. I found it. Took the whole thing off. Could have took my whole finger off. But anyway, are you willing to take directions from someone who has not been in your position for long? You never know. They may know, you know, may not know as much as you know about what you do as a leader, but they may be able to help you navigate and do things a little more efficiently. Just because they've been in the trenches, they know what it's like. They have already developed different things on how they can do something maybe a little bit more efficient, less time, save money. So, are you willing now to be a follower if you've only led? Because it's not always a bad thing. Like, we put so much emphasis on titles sometimes. Like, oh, I'm the boss. Okay. And what? You can be the boss and broke. You can be the boss and just be the boss of yourself because nobody wants to be underneath you. You can be the boss and still a failure. So, what does a title mean? Nothing. How you communicate with others makes all of the difference as far as working to a certain goal. So, if anybody ever asks me if I'm a leader, I'm like, no, I'm not a leader. I'm a multitasker. I like to I like to learn and know that I don't know everything and I never will know everything, and that's okay. That doesn't take away from me, left or right, or more or less. I think, though, it does show that I am a humble human being, or I try to be. Ooh, I always almost forget to do this. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, copy. If anybody wants to come in. Yeah, Captain, that kind of happened to me just now. My live stream froze. Is that Beth Collins? Hi, Freddie. How are you? Hey, Beth Collins. How are you? Hi, Freddie. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Hey, Patty D. Where's Rosie at? Did I see Rosie? Yeah, guys. So being a leader, are you humble enough to follow? If you want to take on that characteristic or that title of being a leader. It's nice to see you too, Freddie. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad, Lynn Sharp. Because I was like, this is the first time. You know what I heard earlier? Or not what I heard, but what I saw in someone's chat earlier. I hate to jump off topic, but there was a woman. I didn't go into the stream, but the ticker was saying that um, YouTube might take away live chat. I was like, what? Did anybody else hear that? Or is this something that they're just assuming? Oh gosh, tatted hearts. We immediately just became enemies. Oh gosh, no. I do not like winter at all. Whose birthday? Oh, if it's your birthday, make some noise. If it's your birthday, make some noise. It's Beth Collins. It's Beth Collins. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Beth Collins. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Beth Collins. Happy birthday. That's confetti. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Beth Collins. Happy birthday, Beth Collins. Happy birthday. Shakers. Birth to you. Yes. Happy birthday, Beth Collins. Thank you for joining me on your special day. I appreciate it. Yes. Hey, J Dog. J Dog is in the house. Wait, I heard something that they would say you had to reach a certain number of subscribers to go live. Uh, even live on your computer? Wow. No 40 degrees. Where are you from, Tatted Hearts? $1,000 YouTube fans and 4,000 watch hours to get paid. Oh, yeah. Hey, 1111, how are you? Nice to see you again. I haven't seen you in a few days or so. It's good to see you. We're just over here talking about good leaders. So, if you decide you want to take on the role of being a leader, be sure you understand what that title represents. That title represents everything. You know who they yell at or they fire when a big company goes down? They look at the CEO, not the board that was helping the CEO make plans, just the CEO. They fired that. Look at McDonald's. They fired like 2 CEOs before they got it right, or at least we think they got it right. Nobody looked at, how the structure was or whatever. They just ultimately said it was your fault because you were not leading properly. Now he's out of a job. CEO of McDonald's. How about in your own little small businesses? Because I know a lot of people in here have small businesses, right? Okay, maybe you run your business by yourself, but are you willing to, one, take on other people to help alleviate the load that you carry. I work by myself in my small business. I have help, but are you always willing to allow somebody else to assume a position that you have been doing for a long time? Because a good leader knows how to trust that someone else can handle the position and do it better than you or just as good. That's being a great leader, letting people sprout and trusting that they're not going to mess up what you've built. Yes, I know that there's certain times where you have to go through people to see if you get the right person, right? But you don't have to you don't have to dictate what people do or just be like on top of them all the time and just be like, "Oh, what are you doing now? What are you doing now?" A good leader will know, let me just give them a chance. I'll watch them with one eye open. I'll watch you, but I'm not going to hover over you to the point where maybe it might frighten you and you end up not doing a great job, to the point where you will just get frustrated and quit. And then you're like, oh, I lost another employee. No, you didn't lose another employee. You pushed them out because as a leader, you were not effective. So, guys, and I'm talking to all of us who have our own businesses and such. How much more opportunity do you believe you can have if you were able to split your time by maybe possibly having a staff? This is if you have a staff, then that's great. I hope you treat them right. Because there's nothing wrong with having a staff, but if you don't treat them right, you're gonna see that revolving door situation. But if you do treat them right, they'll stick by you for life. So are you ready? I'm ready to have employees. I'm ready. Because I feel like I want to give somebody the opportunity and trust them to take care of my business the way I would. And there's only one way that can happen is if you try. And guess what? The more employees you have, the more you can create, the more you can diversify your portfolio, the more you can seek different areas of your business that you probably were not versed in a little bit more clearly. You'll maybe have more clarity because you have time. You can look at your numbers a little better and say, like, hey, maybe this number could be better. I see where I'm doing not doing so well in this portion. Now I can do better. All because you decided to be a good leader and expand. Expanding is scary. I understand. I'm talking to myself too. But once it's done, you only can get bigger. Hey, Francesca. Not all leaders have the actual high paying leader jobs out of the world. It's true. It's true. You're right, Francesca. You are absolutely right. And in construction, I have to do it all the time. Yes. 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 So being a good leader also requires being humble. Do you know how many people think just because they're the boss that they can just walk around and treat people how they feel like? That's not a good leader. That's just like, I think that's like a selfish person and a poor example of what you should do in a work environment. And if even if it's not in work, but just in communication wise, it makes you very immature when you don't know how to treat people right. If you think you're a dictator, you don't get very far as a dictator unless you're like ruling with a gun to somebody's head and saying, you must do this. And eventually, people will clap back. Clap back means like, I'm not taking this no more and just revolt. They'll either leave or they'll turn the tables over in your business or in your life. How many people would prefer to follow than lead? So many people that don't want to do that. So I commend those who are trying their best to be good leaders and maybe are having problems, but it's okay because I think the more you seek out help in order to be a better leader, that shows that you're doing a good job and that you're humble and you're really willing to work things out. Also, you'll learn how to say the right things at the right time. Sometimes you won't get it on point all the time, but sometimes you will. Being a good leader helps you to de-escalate potential problems. Let's just say take it away from work, friendships. A leader in that friendship could be like, you know what? I hear both your sides, but I think if you really talk to each other, you'll notice that you both were thinking maybe the opposite. So that's why there was a communication problem. That's what a good leader does. You know how to de escalate potential problems. They can be mean, Patty, but it also goes back to what happened to them when they were kids. Because not everybody is mean, not everybody is born mean. Things happen. And as I've always said, if you don't recognize that you have had traumas, and then some people bury them so deep that they forget, and that just becomes part of their DNA, that trauma becomes their personality. But it takes a person who's really trying to figure out who they are and what their purpose is to realize, wait a second, there's an error right there. Why do I why do I react that way? Why do I have a chip on my shoulder when this happens? Why do I even have a chip on my shoulder in the first place? Oh, that's what happened to me at 5 or 6. It's that simple. I commend you for being a trainer, Patty, because that takes a lot. I believe that takes of a lot of discipline because you are dealing with multiple personalities at a lot of times. And then while you're training, people are probably looking at you like you're crazy. Whether you do a big group training or small group training, I just figure a lot of people just want to prove that they're good and that they're worth it and that they're worthy enough to take on a title. But with every title we take on, there comes a responsibility. And if you're not ready for that responsibility, then the title really is going to wait for you, but fix it. Fix yourself because only a good leader, can look in the mirror and see the errors and want to fix them. Oh my goodness. Imagine if more people thought a little bit more about their actions and figure out why they respond a certain way, man, our world is going to be whole. I believe it. Hey, Anna! What's going on, girl? How are you? Welcome to Hello World. Happy Tuesday. Today is Beth Collins' birthday, if she's still here. I just sang her a happy birthday medley. I kind of mixed the soul version with a little chakas, and then I kind of did a little rap also. So that was her thing. So welcome, Anna. How was your day? Joy to the world. We're talking about leaders. Oh, okay. We're talking about leaders, Anna. Um, mm, my day was good. I almost cut my finger off. Well, there's remnants of the fragment of that piece of finger, and then the nail is gone. Well, part of the nail is gone. I was cutting an onion, and this is what happened. Whoop, whoop. But the rest of my finger is still there. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. I think this is your first time here. Nice to see you. We're in here talking about leaders, and I deviated a little bit. I think if you or anybody watching or watching in the replay, if you truly want to be a leader, I think you should approach it with trembling, a healthy portion of trembling and respect, because you're taking on a responsibility that is heavy and it bears a lot. And if you're not willing to bear a lot on your shoulders, then you might want to rethink that. Don't take a title just because you want to say that's who you are. Because as soon as you get that title, is as quick as it's going to go. People see through fakeness. People see through, you know how they say real recognize real? A real employee or a real friend or whatever is going to recognize that you ain't really about anything. There goes your leadership. But I don't want you to get discouraged if you end up doing a poor job at leading, because it only says that, man, you need to do or work on something a little bit more. Figure it out and then come back to the table. Don't just give up. You can still come back to the table and become a better version of a leader that you thought you could be. There's always hope, right? There's always hope until what? You die. So keep on keeping on. Hey, Tish, come on in. We're talking about leaders. If you're not driving or doing something, come on in. Effective leaders know how to follow. Knowing how to follow, you will know how to lead. So, all of those who've been following for so long, maybe it's time for you to step up to the leadership plate. Maybe it's time for you to expand that muscle. Maybe it's time for you to take some more responsibility and be better than what you thought you could be. Don't always look up to people and think that is someone else's responsibility. Sometimes you need to step up to the plate and know what it takes. Ooh, step up to the plate and know what it takes. Yeah, humble is a very huge word. And It is one of those words that will smack you in the face, flip you upside down, turn your world upside down. It's going to make you cry. It's going to make you soft. It's going to make you hard. And hopefully you'll learn how to balance that. But a lot of us, I think that they should put Humility 101 in schools, in higher education, and also in grammar school and high school. Humility 101. Imagine that. If there was a real course, just like how there was an etiquette course on how to be humble. Oh, I really think that they should do that. That should be a real curriculum, not some of these other things that they've just decided to put together. A real curriculum on being having humility, humble. The class should be called Humility 101. I think we just started a course. Anna, we just started a course. Humility 101. Everybody check out is Tish. She's a very good person to know in YouTube. She definitely, the last time she was here, if any of you were here at the same time she was here, she actually is doing a petition to safeguard younger kids on YouTube. So definitely check out her petition, check out her efforts. And she's all about volunteering and also the enhancement of the community in general. So check her out. Tracy, I've met you in other chats, but I haven't really checked out your chat. But if in any event, guys, just check her out too. Welcome her. This is her first time here, right? Hello, world. And I'm so happy that you're here. So what it is, guys, if you've always been following, are you willing to take the plate? If the plate presented itself to you, are you willing? Or would you be afraid? There's one thing to be afraid, and then there's one thing to have a healthy fear. Having a healthy fear means that you respect. Being afraid means that you're a coward. The C word, coward. But you don't have to be a coward all the time. You can muster enough courage and strength to be able to lead. I want to practice being humble more than anything else. Oh, I didn't even see the chat go. Great leaders understand that there are many different personalities to learn to deal with. Yeah. In dental, we always have to make the best decision for one according to their situation. At the same time, listen to them. It's always balance. Yes. So I challenge anybody who's always been following and has been critiquing the leadership of someone else. Step into their shoes for a moment and let's see how much you have to say. See, because you can learn from both ways. We can't always point fingers and say it was the leader's fault. Sometimes us who are pointing need to point right back and notice that, in fact, maybe you were the reason why that leader was not as good. Maybe if you held up your part of the bargain, maybe if you held up your weight, then you would have helped your leader instead of held them back and forced them to be a bad example of what leadership is. So we have to remember that there's two sides to every story. Well, maybe three. And until you're willing to be on both sides, you're never going to know. You're never going to know. So for those who have always led, I challenge you to be the follower. And for those who've always followed, I challenge you to be a leader. So now you'll understand what each other goes through. You can present this in relationships, you can present this in a work environment, you can present this Just anything. It's effective for anything. You can insert that for any situation. I think overall, guys, if we understand the differences on each side, that makes us a better person because now we have a little bit more compassion for their job duties on either side. So, the lesson for today, guys, is in order to lead, you must know how to follow. In order to follow, you may have to step up to the plate to lead. Are you willing and ready to do so? My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. I am here on Hello World every single night between 7 and 9. Hello World is all about us learning from each other in the chat and maybe something I might say, talking about things that may be very uncomfortable and things that we may not talk about often enough. That once we talk about it, we actually apply it to our lives so that we can be better versions of ourselves and other people can gravitate to that and become better in their own lives. If you ever would like to know any more about me or Be the Difference Clothing, what it stands for, why it's here, check check the links out down below. Remember to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells. If you haven't, please give me thumbs up. Please share out the stream because you never know who may be encouraged by what we say or what I do. I used to coach manage a football team for 8 to 12-year-old. Ooh, oh God, yeah, that's a lot of responsibility. What you cooking, Captain? Beth Collins, I wish you the best year of your life this year and forevermore. I wish you the best health. I wish you the desires of your hearts to come true. I want everything that you have been delaying. I want you to put that on the forefront and just go after it because you understand that we only have one life to live and you might as well enjoy every moment as much as you can. Make sure you are being the best you can be all the time. That's my birthday wish for you. And happiness, laughter to where your cheeks hurt so bad that you don't want to laugh anymore, and everything else in between. Family, friends, work, whatever. I want that to raise up so that you can feel what the optimal life can be like. I want you to reach those heights that you never thought you would possibly ever reach. That's my birthday wish for you, Beth Collins. Okay. So I know that you guys already know that you are beautiful. And if you don't, you are. You are beautiful. You are amazing. There is no mistake about you. Your life is here for this very moment, for this very reason. You are the difference every day. Whether you know it, hear it, or believe it, you are. It's up to you to do good or bad. Try to do the good. I want you all to just open your minds, open your hearts so that you can reach higher heights that you never thought was possible. The sky is the limit, guys. We got to keep climbing, keep moving. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope you sleep so peacefully that you're like, Dad, I'm ready to work on the next project. I'm ready to tackle the next day. I'm ready to be the difference for someone who needs it more than me. My name is Joy, again from Be the Difference Clothing. I am here to stay. Never forget that, guys. You take this, manifest it, make your dreams come true. It's all up to you. And until we meet again tomorrow, this is another episode of Hello